And we're live. Wow, now we know how it works. How about Thomas? Say, now we're live. We are live from Idaho. Oh, yes, Thomas. Oh, yes. Say I love you too. Uh-oh. We got the rest of the crew jealous. Oh. Oh, Tom. Alright, Thomas. Alright. Alright, Thomas. Thomas is really happy to be back. Aren't you, Thomas? Oh, no, no. Oh, yes, he's happy to be back. Every time he goes on one of these little adventures where he wants to go and do whatever he wants to go and do, he comes back and he just wants to hang out. Here's Carmelli. Say hi, Carmelli. Oh, yeah. Yep, yep. And then we have the babies. The baby puppies. And Bella Garden. And then we have, hold on. Oh. This is Crystal. Always out running around.
Okay, so every second I get by myself, I enjoy it.
Yeah, that's a nice thing about getting up at the crack of dawn.
I know, the quietness.
Yeah, I had gone live. Thomas spent the night with Rose, and she woke me up this morning. Sophie. And Thomas went with her down to the bathroom. And then he jumped out of her car and went running. So she was all, I would lose my cat. It's like, nah, Thomas is okay. He knows. Well, we went down there and got him.
Oh, you have your tongue sticking out. That's so cute. You're old, but that's so cute. You got a little tongue sticking out.
Oh, yeah. That's Carmela. She's special and she knows it.
Yes, she does.
And I think that Belle has to go. I don't think that she's had gone to the bathroom earlier. All right, watch out, Carmela, Bella. Yeah, I'll get her out to pee and then she'll let ya. Bella, whoa. Okay, come on. Sophie, stay. Bella, come.
Okay, there's the black and white part.
Come on, Bella.
That's how it happened.
Well, no.
Is that not the dad?
Rhodey is one of her other daughters. Come.
Oh, so that could be dead.
Nah, stay. No, and she's in heat.
We're not having
And it's like, no more puppies. The dad is half Jack Russell, half Chihuahua, and he's a dark chocolate. And Bella has some, Carmela, don't you like how they do that? Put each other's scents out. Bella has some black in her family.
Okay.
So Rhodey, that was her second litter. I was gonna say, what'd you do? Step in a sticker? You okay? Huh? And girls. All right.
Oh, the
you
cat
okay?
listens. That's amazing. Even the cat listens.
Yeah, for the most part.
They're like kids.
That's what I was just gonna say. Rhodey, load up. Rhodey, in. In! Load up! Now! Good girls, in! In! Carmelli! Alright. Alright, everybody in. Up. And Rhodey just jumped in. And Belle is saying, oh, heck no. Oh, heck no. Get out of my bed. Get away from my babies. And now there's going to be a dog fight. Rhodey just wants to have puppies so bad. She loves babies. She's been nursemaid twice now. And she just wants babies so bad, and Belle's like, oh no, you ain't taking over my babies. Yeah, Rhodey loves Thomas too, can you tell? Huh? You getting out? Jump out. See, there's the Convoy puppies. There's where Bella was shaved. See, yep. I thought we almost lost her. That was horrible. Alright, Rhodey. It's like this place is not big enough for the animals to go crazy on. So we're gonna put you back up here. Or not even back up here, we're gonna put you here. And then that way you can watch people slowly wake up. I think that there we go. Let's see if that's a good. No, it's not gonna stay. No, too low. Alright, here we go. It looks like a good spot. So, let me see here. And I'll plug this mic back in again. Alright, there we go. I hope the mic's back in again. And I still have that other end in there. Oh, and these all fell out. Ay, ay, ay. It's definitely hard living in a vehicle with multiple whatever. If you're talking people, if you're talking animals, you're still talking multiple. And it's not just you. And I guess the more crazy it gets, the more people, animals, yeah, he who travels faster travels alone. And that's a fact. Had a good drink. Somebody had actually brought a drink back. Coffee. It was a vanilla latte or something. I think that was before I got it streaming live. I don't know if it was even streaming live or not. But I figured I'd stream live this morning and throw some thoughts out there and see what happens. I gotta go and get my oil changed and get my car ready, 'cause it's gonna be a trip. And all my cash went to take care of Bella, make sure that Bella was and still is alive. 'Cause it was pretty bad, it was pretty scary. I thought I lost her. And, at that point, you left the convoy. Sorry about your luck, but we're out of here. Don't care if you live, you die. Your dog lives, your dog dies. We're on a mission, and you're a woman, and we only leave no man behind. That kind of attitude that really got me when, hey, my dog is my kid, it's my family, and you're doing this, and like losing my dog, and you're gonna let me in Sacramento alone? Don't know anybody, have no money, 'cause I'm putting it all out for my dog to keep her alive. And you're gonna kick me to the curb? So, yeah, that's why country's in the position that it's in. We have people who single-mindedly are in a certain direction, and that's usually for their own empowerment and not to empower other people. And that creates a lot of division instead of empowering other people to come into their own and their own greatness. Then we're not all going to be living our best, because that's what it is. It's empowering others. It's not just for your own self-pleasure, self-worth. When you're looking at someone from the outside, their physical shell of, impression of, portrayal of, that's not the meat that's inside that shell. It's interesting how nature copies so much over and over. That circle of life. I guess I could drive and show you who is up at this point in time. So, hang on. Let us start her. I had the phone charger plugged in, and I don't like to start the car with it plugged in. Yeah, see, I need an oil change badly. Even my dummy light is telling me I need an oil change. And I'm way disappointed that a friend's daughter really disappointed me in her not honoring a refund. And if anybody can play the dumb blonde, I can. Sorry, but, you know, she might be just a blonde in training, but, you know, don't try to scam me. You know, don't try to, you know, oh this or oh that. When, honey, you got the paper trail. You know, I got the paper trail. Yeah, it's pretty sad when people really try to intentionally harm others. Kitchen's not open. Say, forget the coffee unless, like I said, someone had brought in some coffee this morning, but the person that he brought it in for wasn't here. So you're seeing some of. We're gonna go out. This was a pretty cool place, nice and open. See a bunch of buses down there. It's like, I need a short bus. That would be like really nice if I had a short bus. I wish I would not have sold my motorhome. Why would I ever want to try to be normal? Never been, never will be. Why can't people understand that? Look at all those chemtrails going. Well, I guess we're gonna be gone by the time all those chemtrails play effect. In a couple, 3 days. I mean, it's already cold and cloudy and so yeah, I guess it's gonna be even colder. We're gonna drive back in the other one. There's someone who's awake. Don't know if he's coming or just hanging. Coming along for the journey. I couldn't really read his Mountain Iron Report, the Great Reset Agenda 2021 Operational Bird SARS. Yeah. People in cars, people in motorhomes, people in trucks. And yes, there have been a couple of motorcycles that have joined us also. And this is where Thomas was hanging out last night. You have WYSIWYG there. And then you have a few other ones back there in that compound. And this is where we were hanging last night. just waving hi to Rose as we were going by. Rose is the one that Thomas decided he was gonna hang with last night. And she's the one who woke me up this morning, banging on my window. My cat was in my car. And he went to the bathroom, but then he jumped out. Poor girl, she was so upset. She thought she lost my Thomas. That's that thing about Thomas. He's been on the road a while, and he knows that if something should happen, to just hang there. And he hung there, and I came back, and all's well and good. So there we have some of the trucks. Not all the trucks are here. Well, I guess we'll just go back the same way that we came in. And see what bay. Yeah, it's the stage that we use for meetings. Looks like there's a lot of people up and about.
Who's in charge?
In charge of?
We're all supposed to cook for people. I have no idea where to set up or who to talk to.
Okay, you're supposed to come to cook for people?
Yep.
Then right on the other side, you'll see the trailer, the last one on the right-hand side.
Okay.
I think that's a reefer trailer. It's refrigerated. So right on the other side of that is where they have the kitchen.
Okay.
Now, with the way that it is, I don't know about the backing up. If you just go in here and go all the way around, I'll meet you on the other side facing you. And
Okay.
okay?
All right.
Meet you there. All right. How about that? Somebody's coming to make breakfast. See, that's cool. And it looks like there's people who are up and at 'em now. Or at least more people who are up and at 'em now. So let's swing her. There we go. In. Okay, hold on, guys. Just stay there a minute. Stay. All right. All right. Hopefully it won't be too loud with those doggies barking. So let's back her up and we'll watch the action. Alright, there we go. Looks like we're out of the way. And you got a good shot of everything that's going on. So, I guess we're just gonna hang here for a little. And hope that we're not in anybody's way. But we can sit here and see what goes. I guess these are the rest of the employees coming in to cook up breakfast. It's like, wow. This has been a pleasure. Different people coming in and cooking and all different kinds of food. The different nationalities in the different locations. Uh-oh, somebody's coming.
I just brought some food and drinks to donate, but I didn't know where I should put it.
Okay.
Table over here? Or?
You see Gypsy right here in the tent? He's the one, he's in charge.
He's in charge. So
I was just out there at the right time and knew where the kitchen was.
Okay, so I should ask him right here
Yeah.
in the tent?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just waking up too. That's a cool thing about people coming out and donating. You know, the community spirit really is something to see. Wow, those chemtrails are really bad. They're really bad today. So yeah, the community spirit is like amazing when the people know where we're at. And that has been an issue since day one. It's, you know, where's the convoy at? You know, people want to come out and support, but then it's like, well, gee whiz, if we would have known, we would have been out. But you're done, been gone and past. And hopefully someone is going to realize and understand that and actually do something about that. You know, I mean, it's supposed to be we the people. And if it is we the people, then, you know, let the people know. I mean, it's horrible driving when you have no idea, you know, the destination, the route. You get kicked off like a flea, and you're landing who knows where, and where's the convoy to catch up because of, you know, what? You're afraid of evil. You know, what happened to that walking by faith aspect of it? You know, if you're walking by faith, then, you know, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. So it's you know, why are you not sharing location with people and fear the evil and what they could possibly do, you know, the harm that they could do if left to their own devices? Well, yeah, you know, I mean, that's just, you know, the yin and the yang of life, you know, the negative and the positive, and, you know, the keeping the flowing, and they're going to be there. There's infiltrators, like, duh. Those frickin' infiltrators and the outsiders know more of what's going on than the people that are in the convoy. You know, than the people who want to come and support, you know, to give their support. And that sounds like my usual alarm. Video only mode. Well, I guess it's still video. Alright, hang in there. We is in the kitchen, or watching the kitchen. Got some chefs in there going on. So anyhow, going back to the, you know, do you tell people that the convoy is coming through so that you can get the community support the way that you do when you let the community know that the convoy is coming through? Or do you keep everything a secret and become a lost convoy because nobody can find you? You know, if the purpose is we the people, then we the people need to assemble. And how we the people assemble is by letting the communities know that we're coming through. I mean, it sounds so simple, sounds so easy. Isn't that one of those KISS deals? You know, keep it simple, stupid. But common sense isn't so common anymore, it seems. Prior to COVID, oh, I said that magic word. Oh, sugar. Prior to the shutdown of societies around the world in preparation for world domination by a certain few self-appointed. That's what we're coming down to. But then isn't that how a lot of things work? The self-appointed dominated too? And what they really want? What's going on? You know, oh, well, we have the information. We have the power. Yeah, well, that's one of those things when you learn astrology, then you too have the power. And you know that right now there are lots of planetary changes and lots of good things that will occur. I guess I could leave that headphone off so that way you can still hear the background noise, because I don't know if you can hear the background noise and what's really going on, because it is quiet. So let me take this off. This is an experiment. What else is new? Okay, how's that mic? This is the first time that I've gone live on Prism, so I don't know if the mic is working. I don't know if it's not working. I don't know if you can hear me, but we will hope that you can hear me and not just sit there with a soundless. But there again, soundless wouldn't get me kicked off of YouTube. Really dedicated people who work that kitchen in front of you. I mean, seriously dedicated people who work that kitchen. It's the kitchen staff, and they volunteer over and over to keep it running. So, okay, let's go back to that other. Should people know, or should they not? Oh, well, that angle, you really see the chemtrails. You know, how many of you out there know about those chemtrails? That tic-tac-toe in the sky. Keep looking at the sky, and you'll know why. The intense weather patterns keep increasing. Count 2-3 days after you see these chemtrails in your skies and look at that extreme weather change. Whether it's too hot, whether it's too cold, and I'm talking going too cold, going too hot, flipping, hot, cold, dry, rainy. What is that severer than normal weather switch that occurs 2 to 3 days after you see those chemtrails? And chemtrails that'll turn a blue sky white by the end. So if you look at research, you will see that they have been manipulating the weather since the early 1900s. So for the last 100 years, they have in some form or fashion manipulated the skies and learned how to manipulate the skies So the drug could be remedied. But then starvation would be ended and would be remedied if those who have the power would give the power. It was like I always looked at the Catholic Church and how much wealth they have, is it past tense or is it present tense? After paying out for all of those scandals, how much, which I'm sure they still have a whole lot, considering they have a whole lot of treasures that aren't just in a monetary form, but they have ancient relics and information and a lot of occult information, which occult information is hidden. Occult means hidden. It's not as they have created, something to fear. That's that fear, the fear of the unknown. That's a lot of people get in that fear, and fear is the false expectations appearing real. There are things, why fear it when you can change it? That's a nice thing about getting up early in the morning, and you can hear the birds over top of all the other chatter. It's interesting, different places, and they have different songbirds. But there are some places where you wake up and you won't hear any birds. There will be no songbirds. So you always know a healthy environment by the nature. And in the quiet of the morning when you hear the birds, you know that is a healthy environment. So, we're just hanging out here at the People's Convoy, watching the volunteers cook us some breakfast. Most of the people are still under warm covers. It's a cold morning. Not quite sure how cold it is this morning. It's not as cold as it was yesterday. Yesterday was a little bit chillier. And yes, they come on all sizes and shapes, and it is we the people. Say that it is. We the people who have seen what was going on in the world, who have been trying to awaken others, who have just awakened themselves and know some of the information, at least enough of information to get people really thinking about researching and getting more information. I find it very interesting how many trains come through this area. That's been a surprising factor because I think that there are more trains that come through this area than the majority of places that I have been to. I mean, there again, Texas, I did see quite a few of them in traveling. But as for horns blowing, I definitely hear more here than other places. In Texas, you wouldn't really be hearing the train horns as much because it's so spread out. And, the railroad crossings aren't as plentiful as here, which is why they would be blowing more horns so that you know that they're here. So yeah, that would be something to look into. How many trains come through here a day? Convoy's usually slower moving because of the temperature. People waiting to get out of bed until they warm up a little bit. As long as you're under the covers, you're okay. So anyhow, what else is the saving of the world? I don't have a chat on here. I'm not quite sure how it's working, how it's supposed to work, and all that other kind of good stuff. So I'll have to talk to one of the other streamers about being able to get the chat up on there so that I can communicate with people. But I'm gonna start streaming a whole lot more, and I'm gonna be talking about different things a whole lot more. And since people are becoming awakened a whole lot more, I'm going to talk about as above, so below. And that is astrology. What's going on in the heavens. And how what's going on in the heavens will affect the earth. I don't know how many people have also noticed that the sun has been expressing its displeasure. Is that what it is? Or is it just the sun saying, hey man, I'm in control of a lot of stuff? With the solar flares and magnetic pulses that are coming off and the acting up that the sun is doing, and what kind of cycle is it in, and what that cycle is, and preparing for that cycle. And it seems like you can prepare, but can you prepare for a severe shift in how we live? And if you remember a few years ago, prior to the shutdown, excuse me. I took a breath and I tried to talk at the same time. And if you don't keep your throat moist when you're talking, it lends itself to a coughing spell. So anyhow, going back to the planetary and the sun acting up and creating issues in our magnetic field that surrounds the Earth. So if you look at the magnetic field and you also understand that everything has an energy field surrounding it, in people it is sometimes called an aura. So there are some who will be able to see auras surrounding certain people better than others because of people putting out, whether it's a light source, they're emitting an energy field that will appear lighter, as if it was a light around people, and some will have different colors in those auras. And yes, some people actually do have what you call a black cloud following them around because they are in a negative space. They have these negative entities who are attaching or have attached, whether they were invited or not. That's that good versus evil, right versus wrong. And some people are more readily attacked than others. And it's interesting how that works with the entities and attaching, to different people. And something also that I have noted is, what do you put in you? And if you put in negative and live in negative, then, well, you're gonna keep getting negative. If you have that positive mindset and surround yourself with positive people, it brings up your vibration. So, that birds of a feather You don't want to be with people who drain you of your energy. You want to be with people who empower your energy. Oh, well, there again, I mean, that's our free will and it's your choice. And there are some people who just want to live in that victim archetype, and that's where they are happy. Well, I mean, they're miserable, but that's one of those choice decisions. Do you choose to be happy or do you choose to be right? I mean, that's dealing with my friend's daughter who, I mean, basically is trying to rip me off and play stupid. Or at least think that I'm stupid, and it's insulting. And yeah, I do a good imitation of a dumb blonde, and sometimes you can tell I am a real blonde, but I mean, it's disappointing when people intentionally try to take advantage or harm other people for their own self-appointed superiority. Which, if you look at people, it's like, seriously? Don't give yourself such credit. But who am I to judge? Judge not, lest be judged. And I learned enough of judgments by judging other people that I try not to learn their lessons. So this is what it looks like when the rest of the world has been up for a few and the convoy is slowly waking up, being 3 hours behind Eastern Standard Time. People are usually looking what's going on the convoy, and it's like everybody's still in bed, everybody's sleeping. And yeah, it seems to get sunrise early here. I mean, we had the spring forward time change, and it's by 6 o'clock the sun's up and it's out and it's bright, but people are starting to wake up, but it's usually like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. You'll see more people. Well, really, it depends on the weather too, because if it's warmer weather, people do crawl out from underneath the warm covers earlier. But since it's chilly in northern Idaho right now, people are staying under. When we came across from DC, it was starting to warm up, and we were going to be hitting the southern parts of the United States. We went down along the southern border, and that was interesting. It was interesting. Well, I mean, the whole thing's been interesting, but that was interesting, going down along the southern border and going through the deserts, and it was hot in certain places. But most of the time, the weather has been on the cool side. And when the convoy had passed through Asheville, I have a storage unit that was like 9 miles off the route. So I quick ran and tried to lighten my load in my car and put the majority of my winter clothing in storage. So I had room. And now it's like, holy mothers, it's cold out here. And I didn't bring my winter jacket, or I think I still have a hat in here. And hang on, because someone is walking their dog, and I'm hoping that my girls are staying under their covers. I mean, I know Carmela's sitting in my arms right now, and unless she sees him out the mirror of the car, we might get away without her setting off the alarm for the others to tell them that there's someone walking, or a fellow a fellow wanderer. Uh-oh. She sees Wizzy Wig's dog. Wizzy Wig's dog's out and about a lot. There's a lot of dogs out and about a lot. I'm not sure where they came in to cook from. There's, we had gone to New York pizza, NYPD, New York Pizza Department. There we go. And that was a restaurant in town here. And man, that pizza and the salad, I mean, it was really, really good. You know, it wasn't just because I was, because we have gotten a lot of out here. But you can never have too much pizza when it's good pizza. And it was really, really good pizza. So, like I said, I'm not sure who is making us breakfast today. It's a pancake breakfast. But there was also a church that had a service after the pizza supper the other evening, too. It's like, okay, I think that was Sunday. Today's Wednesday. Okay, Monday. It's like I have to look in my logbook. If I don't look in my logbook a lot of times, all the days run together. So I have a logbook that I keep track of, and I know what day it is, and that does make a big difference. Sophie just came checking on the puppies. Thomas is sleeping. He'd be tired. What up, Sophie? Oh, well, Carmela just growled at you, so I guess Carmela doesn't want you beside her either. Sophie is the youngest of my pack of Chihuahuas. All right, Soph. All right, stop. Sophie's a licker. And Sophie will lick and 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 lick constantly you to death. She just loves to lick. But anyhow, she's the youngest, but she's the biggest and she's the heaviest. So when Sophie is sitting on your lap, you know something's on your lap. I mean, she's not that big. I don't think she's 10 pounds, but that's still a good bit more. Well, that's probably at least double Carmela's weight, because Carmela will sit on your lap and, you won't even realize that Carmela is on your lap. Sophie was just moving Thomas. Thomas was happily sleeping on the dash, and Sophie wanted up on there so she can see out the window and see everything that's going on. And she did notice that there was someone walking that DOG. And I'm gonna have to be careful because they do understand English, so that's why I am spelling it. At this point, they don't know how to spell. Sophie, stop. Stop. No bark. Sophie. They'll blast ya. Oh man, especially when it's the high pitch. Hey! No. Trying to get a Chihuahua not to bark. Now that is an accomplishment. Oh, you hear what's going on, Revelry? Someone had just donated a dinner bell, so that's what they were doing last night. They were walking around with the dinner bell ringing it. So I don't know if they'll do that this morning. Walk around with the dinner bell.